Yo, what's up guys? Felix from John Lifestyle. Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're sitting down with Eric. Eric is a surplus recovery funds expert. In this video, he's going to be telling us all about the business, a little bit about how he does it himself, and just how he does everything in general. Again, thank you, Eric, for joining me on the channel. I'm a little out of breath because I just ran outside and it's freezing out. But thank you for joining the channel. Tell everybody about who you are, where you're from, and what do you do.
Yeah, thank you for having me. So I do surplus funds. I've been doing this for a few years now, and pretty much I assist people on filing claims after foreclosures. So in the event of a foreclosure, either non-payment in taxes or non-payment in the mortgage, the property gets foreclosed and there's some money that's left over. They have no idea about it, and I help them out, and you get paid a pretty penny for it.
Now, I know you just posted on social media a few days ago. For anybody who's interested, I will leave Eric's course in the description, and I'll leave his social media so you could see that he's a real dude. He's got a social media following. He talks all about this business on his channel, does daily live streams, if I'm not correct. But I believe you just got a check for somewhere around $57,000 or $56,000. For anybody that has no idea of what this is, can you tell them how you got this check or what really was the process to make this happen?
Yeah, so the check was a little over 57,000. It was 57,353, and this was in Nassau County in Florida. And I don't even live there. The beauty about this business is you don't have to, be where you're assisting people. It's done completely remotely. I never met the individual that I helped out. I only talked to them on the phone, and basically what I do is I gather leads, and the leads are completely free. By the way, it's all public records. I gather leads. It shows surplus amounts that are remaining from auctions. So like I said previously, when a property is foreclosed due to either non-payment in taxes or mortgages, the county will hold an auction. Now, the opening bid at that auction is going to be their taxes that were owed. So let's say, for example, somebody didn't pay $6,000 in taxes. The county can only keep that $6,000. So that's going to be the opening bid. No matter what, the county is going to get theirs. The property is going to sell for a higher amount because it has more value. It has an assessed value. And at these auctions, they're going to bid for a higher amount. That spread and the remaining amount is due to the previous owner. The crazy thing about it is nobody knows about this because the county does a terrible job at informing them. They just send mailers out, and typically it's to the last address they have on record, which was the property that just got foreclosed. So these people, they have no idea about it, and pretty much we reach out to them, we explain our services, we don't charge any upfront fees, and we help them on filing the claim.
Perfect. Now, kind of seems crazy. So you said like the mailing, and I know a few other people that do this, but I feel like as far as YouTube and people knowing about this business or game, it's almost not talked about. I've seen you and maybe a few other people. So basically, from what you say and what I've heard from other people is they're sending the information about, okay, your property is going to go up for auction, but they're sending it to an address that they have no association to anymore.
Yeah, typically that. And then also, if they're not paying their taxes or if they don't pay their mortgage, when they do receive mail from the county, they're not opening it at all because, they pretty much let the property go. So, it's something that you can do to help others. And the good thing about it is you don't need any special licenses. You don't need any special requirements. You don't have to be an attorney to do this business. In some cases, you will need an attorney to help you out because you'll have heirs from dealing with a deceased individual. Sometimes you might need some special paperwork, and the attorney can definitely help you. But you can get attorneys, no issue. You can have them work with you based off contingency as well. So, the startup cost in this business is very low. The entry barrier is very low. And it's, it's not saturated. It's an open sea, honestly. Most people don't know about it.
I got two questions. One is on saturation. The other one is I actually heard about somebody that I knew was, I guess took a course on this. It wasn't your course, took a course, and they were just about to do the deal. But the county or the city said, like you said, that they needed an attorney. So you know how to work around that? Like if they're saying like, hey, we're not going to deal with the average person, we want attorneys. You have a solution on how to go about that?
Yeah, so not all states require an attorney. Like California, Florida, they don't require an attorney if you're doing a tax overage deal. But in cases where you do need an attorney, you shouldn't be afraid. Honestly, in my course, I do assist people in finding attorneys, and I have a team of attorneys in multiple states, so that if you did have a deal and you did, face that issue, I'd be able to help you out. But getting an attorney is nothing that you should be afraid of.
Now that $57,000 check that you got, do you have to split that with the person who can you explain that deal a little bit? Like, was it a tax surplus or was it a mortgage surplus? And do you deal with tax and mortgage and all types of surplus or just tax surplus?
Yeah, so I deal with tax surpluses and mortgage surpluses as well. That one was a tax surplus, and I also had a partner that assisted me on that deal. So he'll get a cut of that. No attorney was required on that one, but I do have some large claims. All of my deals that I do over six figures, I use an attorney. And the way it works is there's specific paperwork that you'll need to have the county send that check directly to your company, or sometimes they might write the check in the claimant's name and care of your company. Also, you could always get an assignment of interest. I have that document as well, and you'll get the entire surplus amount. So, it's all about having the proper literature, but more importantly, you have to know the proper channels to do this business. There's a lot of free information online. Anybody can Google surplus funds, and they'll see, that this business is real, but you have to be efficient, because it can be a lengthy process. That check that I received took 4 months to receive, so it's not a get rich quick scheme at all.
But shit, I mean, 15. That's like almost $15,000. You waited almost. You got to just call it 60,000.
Mm-hmm.
You waited 4 months to get a $60,000 check. That could be someone's annual salary. Do you have to split that with the? Is that you know? Not talking about your partners and everybody else that's involved, but do you have to split that with the actual person that's home it was?
Yeah, so the claimant, they've already received their end. I received mine. It all depends on how you structure your paperwork with the county. So, typically on deals, I'm getting anywhere from 50 to 30%. So when you reach out to these individuals, you tell them, hey, we don't charge any upfront fees. We love to help you out. We do charge something on the back end, but that's only upon a successful claim. Typically anywhere 15-30%, and you'll get it done.
Perfect. And now I know you have a course. I know that, because I know I follow you as well, you've been doing something about this like 30-day live stream. People seem to want to, if they're going to buy a course, if they're going to join some sort of training program, they want to kind of know who's behind it. Can you tell everybody who has no idea who you are, what your channel and brand is all about? And then what does your course actually involve? Is it one-on-one? Is it videos? Is it ebook? How does it work?
Yeah, so the training, actually, I have an attorney that comes on. We have CPAs. We go over all questions. So even if you don't have my course, you're more than welcome to hop on the live streams, ask any questions that you'd like. We're here to, build the community, build the awareness on surplus funds. My channel, I do teach other streams of income. I'm big into Airbnb as well. So you'll get some content in that. Majority of my content is on surplus funds. That's going to be tax overages, mortgage foreclosures. Soon we're going to be branching into bankruptcies. I also teach about unclaimed state funds. But pretty much on my channel, man, I come out with content weekly, and I'm all about helping. I'm all about helping individuals. My course, I have it really inexpensive. There's a lot of people that teach this business that charge, anywhere from $2,000 to $4,000. But I made it a couple hundred just so it can be affordable. And to answer your question, what they'll get step-by-step instructions. They'll get videos, they'll get documents, but most importantly, they'll get my mentorship. If you guys need to do a Zoom call with me, if you want to call, email, I'm here to help. Our community helps, and the attorneys that I have will help you as well. So it's a huge community.
So it's not where, they pay the money and then the person runs off on them. You're pretty readily available to, walk them through step by step.
Exactly, yeah.
Okay, cool. I think, this is really valuable to people. I think people are going to get a lot of value. So maybe if this video does good and if you guys like it, let me know by either putting a thumbs up on the video or letting me know in the comments. And I'm not going to make it too long. Maybe we'll do a follow-up series. But for anybody who just wants an overview, like they see this video, maybe they don't want to jump on the training. They want to just know, have the ballpark or the framework of how this all is pieced together. Like they want to do state funds. What's like the outline? I'm not saying you got to explain everything because we only have so much time on this video, but what's like the process, maybe they've taken another course that wasn't so good, or maybe they just want to understand how it works. Can you break it all down?
Yeah, so I mean, it can be broken down pretty simple. First, you want to identify how the county is going to host the information, whether they're going to have their own list of excess proceeds, surplus proceeds, or they're going to have actual auction results, because you can gauge the surplus based on the final sell amount. You can see the opening bid and the final sell amount. If that final sell amount is larger than the opening bid, boom, you have a surplus. The next step is to do further your due diligence and figure out who that previous owner was and skip trace them. Figure out their phone number, relatives' phone number, email, social media, anything you can do to get in contact. Once you get in contact with them, you pitch to them, that you are a recovery specialist. You can help them file this claim. You handle all filing fees, no money up front. You love to help them, yada, yada, yada. Next step is you get the paperwork. If you need an attorney, boom, you file the claim. And you just wait. It's a legal process, so it's a waiting game. It's also a numbers game. The more people you call, the more potential deals that you can get.
Perfect, perfect. So there you guys have it. I just want this to be like a little intro video so Eric can kind of highlight on this and really show us that he actually does it. Like I said, I will link his course, but I'll also link his page. He has a channel of about 5 or 6. Actually, he just hit 6,000 subscribers, so congrats on that, man. And if you guys want to learn more about how he does what he does, you could follow his page. I'll also leave the link to his course, which is, like he said, a few $100, and will literally take you through step by step on how to do this with readily access support and help from him. So again, thank you, Eric. If you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to let us know in the comments below. Maybe we'll make a part 2 and you can explain another sector or another section to this business. That will help a lot of people. Again, thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.